Welcome to Yeshivat Shalom Bayit over here, B'ezrat Hashem, where you learn Torah, you'll have more Shalom Bayit than ever. Halacha, we're in Siman Yud Aleph, Sif Yud Aleph. Today is the Yud Dalet of Mar Cheshvan, Parashat Shlishi, the third day of Parashat Vayera. Yud Aleph, Yitzhak, you were here?
Yes.
Im Agadol Shikorin Oryaza, Hu Rachav, Lo Yatil Bo Hatzitzit. Im Yatil Bo Pasul. So, Agadil. Okay, Maza Agadil. If you have the Maza Agadil. Rabbi, where's the Shin over here? Okay, this is a beautiful Mr. Bruno. It's very fine. Oh, Shin means Tur. Going to Tur. Okay. Yeah, Agadil, Nishikorin. Rabbi, what's Gadil? Uliyaza. Haynu Masha. שמניחים קצת חוטי שתי בלא ערב. בסוף הורגים ויש שכתבו שזהו מה שאמרו, קוראים אותו בלשוננו קרקס. ואין חילוק בין הגדיל הוא באורך הבגד או ברוחבו. Whatever is one of the corners called gadil, which is further than all the way that the regular talit is situated for some reason. So that we don't have to put talit on it. ואם היטיל בו פסול, but if you put the tzitzit on it, it's going to make it pasul, whatever that gadil is. The al kanfei bigdehem ktiv, it has to be in the corners. So meaning it's let's say it sounds like it's in maybe another corner. Maybe there's a picture. What I'm thinking right now, you have a talit, right? You have corners of the talit, and then let's say you have in the middle another piece sticking out. Something maybe people use it for beauty. Looks like a corner also. So if that's used for the corner, even though it looks like a corner, you're not allowed to put tzitzit over there because that does not require tzitzit. And if you put, the whole talit becomes pasul. Because the Torah tells you, beg it. And then the beg it, and you put a corner tzitzit, not on that. אבל עולה הוא לשיעור מלוא קשר גודל ולרחקת גימל אצבעות. כיוון שהנקב וטוב הבגד, וטוב שימדוד שיעור קשר גודל בלא הגדיל. Okay, so I guess I made a mistake. No, it's talking about the corners itself. Rebbe, you know what it's talking about? The gadil in the corner?
Sorry?
There's a gadil in the corner.
Right, so...
What does that mean?
For example, like, the talit has like a square piece.
Yeah.
Right, and the hole is in the middle of the square piece.
Yeah.
So the same sort of idea, that the corner is not necessarily the actual kanaf, the actual small corner, but the area of this, in other words, the corner area. I think that's what we're talking about here, no? I'm not.
No, I think the limb is like chutim.
This thing?
Yes.
This thing?
Yes.
The word dilim there means tassels.
So somebody made a tzitzit over here in the corner?
You
on this side?
Gdila, but it's
Yeah.
dilim.
Right. So what happens? The reason tassels, they don't go on the actual corner, but they're in the corner area. And they penetrate because they hang out down from there. So that's the point. So dilim comes from the corner area, as opposed to like the actual corner of the garment.
So okay, that's what the Chacham over here says. What's your name?
Chaim.
Rav Chaim says over here. So this is what we have in our talitot.
Right.
We have these pieces that's sticking out. So what happened was instead of putting the tzitzit on this side, he put the tzitzit over here.
No, he's not talking about the person sticking out. He's just saying you have it attached to the corner. That, like, for example, it needs to be part of the corner. It can't be like basically on the
No, but this looks like a corner, Rebbe. Look.
What?
Looks like a corner.
Okay.
You see, this looks like a corner.
Yeah.
This piece looks like a corner here. So what happened was this guy didn't put the strings on the corner of the talit itself. He put on this side, on far closer to the center, which is now it's not in the corner anymore.
Right.
But he put strings attached to this. So the rabbi says, no, take that out. That's pasul, and you have to go back to its original place. הלכה י"ב, מניין חוטי הציצית בכל כנף 4 כפולים, שהם 8, מניין, sorry, not מניין. So you have to be counting that the corners when you make the it's 4, right? You take 4 strings. This whole thing is 4 strings. So when you bend it, it becomes the 4 becomes into 8 after you roll it out. Mimosiv pasul. However, if you made 5. And now you double, it becomes 10. So that's going to make the pasul the talit pasul. Yachtoch ראשי החוטין הארבעה ויתחבם בכנף ויכפלם ואז יהיו 8. So what he does is, over here doesn't mean cut it, you fold it. You fold it into half, the 4, and now it becomes 8. Okay, and then that's going to make it ויכפלם ואז יהיו 8. Now we have 8. Yud Gimel, you there? It's like, what time did you find yesterday?
I got in like 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, Baruch Hashem. Okay, Yud Gimel, הלכה י' ג' ייזהר לחתוך ראשי החוטים ולעשותם 8 קודם שיכרוך. שאם כרך אפילו הוליה אחד, חלק מהציצים, so Rabbi, what does that mean? What is we talking about? ייזהר לחתוך ראשי החוטים. You have to be very careful to cut off the heads of the strings. לעשותם 8 קודם שיכרוך. Before you start rolling it up, make sure that it's all 8 right now. שאם כרך אפילו חוליה אחד, so חלק מהציצית שבין קשר לקשר, וקשר אפילו קשר אחד ואחר כך תחן, פסול משום, what happened is like this, like what we do here, look at this, we put it in the four, right, the 4 strings inside. So the rabbi says here, what did he do is, he tied one separately, and then he tied them all together. So now, what happens is, it's no longer 1. It's no longer 8 together. The rabbi says you have to be very careful when you fold it, when you start making the knots, that there should be no knots in the middle. Right? You should take 1 and tie it 1 and then continue with 4. Right. It should be all 4 together. And this way will become 8. But but let's say if you did it. I don't know. I mean, if you, let's say even if you made a knot, you took one of them and you made a knot between each other. Right? The end result, you're still going to have 8. You're not going to have more. Unless he's telling you maybe you're going to triple. Let's say you still have 4 edge, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 is 2, 4 folded in half. I don't understand what the rabbi is telling us. שאם כרך אפילו חוליה אחד, החלק מהציצית שבין קשר, so it's going to be now 6 instead of 8 together. So if you're going to tie it before, therefore the rabbi says, וקשר אפילו קשר אחד, ואחר כך התחן, so if you tied one once, and then what happens is, so maybe he's saying like this. The guy, what he did is, he made a knot first, and then he put it in. When he made a knot,
before he put it in?
Yeah, no, right. He has a knot on one side, so it's supposed to be 8 altogether here. You see how it is? You have 8. 4 and 4 on each side. So he says that the guy made a knot before he made before he combined them. So somehow that's gonna.
It means the first knot.
Yeah. The first knot.
It means the first knot. This is the first knot.
Right.
Okay, and then you start doing the other. But this should be the first knot with all 8 of them.
Right. Now it makes that first knot makes it 8.
Right.
So the first knot cannot make 2.
Right.
Or 3, whatever it is, or 4.
Yeah.
First knot has to make 8. That's the condition of this. It's it. So then over there, וקשר אפילו קשר אחד ואחר כך התחן, פסול משום תעשה ולא יהיה מן העשוי, שהרי בפיסול עשאם. So again, we have to concentrate that it all has to be one פעולה, one object made together, 4 plus 4, and no interims. And if you did interim, it's going to be not a kosher talit. ייקח 4 חוטים מצד זה ו4 מצד זה, ויקשור 2 פעמים זה על גב זה, as we said, you take 4 from this side and 4 from this side, without any knots in the interim. ואחר כך יכרוך חוט, so then he folds them. Now you make a tie. יכרוך חוט, הארוך סביב השבעה קצת בכריכות. So that's what we do. We take a half and half, make a knot. We take 2 knots. He doesn't say to make 2 knots over here. Let's see, did he say to make 2 knots? No. לקשור 2 פעמים וזה, okay, so sorry. ייקח 4, he says, you have to tie 2 knots, like we do, and only then, the longer one that you have, start rolling it around 7 times. 7 times. וקושר 2 פעמים זה על גב זה. After you rolled it up 7 times, again, you start making a knot, 2 knots like we all do. Okay? וחוזר וכורך. And then again, he takes the long string, starts to make circles. וכן יעשה עד שישלים לחמש קשרים כפולים וארבעה עבירים ביניהם מלאים כריכות. So what you're going to have over here, you're going to have 5 nuts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to have 4 krichot. You're going to have 4 circles, 4 sections of circles, right? That's what's going to happen. And shiur lekrichot. Now everybody knows 7, right? What do we do? 7, 8, 11, 13 gives you gematria a lot. Lametet, right? 39. How many krichot we have? It's like, how many nuts you have? Rolls.
39.
39, right? 7, 8, 11, 13, right?
Yes.
No? Okay, the rabbi says no shiur. You can make as much as you want. That's Shulchan Aruch. Where we got the 7, let's see. Mr. Bru is going to throw in where we got the 7, maybe Beit Yosef. Okay? ורק שיהיו כל הכרוך והקשרים רוחב 4 גודלים והענן 8 גודלים. והענף 8 גודלים. So he says that there is no matter how much shiur we put over there, as long as you have 4 gedolim in all together, you have 4 finger breadths that holds it is designed that way. It's kasher. And shiur, okay? רוחב 4 גדולים וענף 8 גדולים. Okay, ve'im, and also the corner that gives you another 4 gedolim over here. I mean, we said yesterday, right? This whole thing has to be also 4 gedolim, minimum like this size, right? That's why if you have even one is completely lost, we make a head measurement. There's a lot of tricks how to make sure that the talit is not pasul, and that's what now it all depends on the measurements. Okay, Haggad, Rama adds, ואם יריך הציצית יראה שלא יהיה גדיל, ושני החלקים עניו. Okay, so again, this is talking about the length, it's not what we already spoke yesterday. You could have the long as much as you want. Okay, continues Maran. מנוהגים לכרוך באוויר ראשון 7 כריכות. Oh, here's the custom. First, what do we do? 7. ובשני, not 7, 8, I made a mistake. 7, 9, 9. ובשלישי 11, 11, וברביעי 13. So now you have שעולים כולם 40. How you have 40? 7, 9, 16, 11, 27. You're right. שעולים כולם 40. כמניין השם אחד שעולים 39. ואם השם 40. ואם השם הם 40. Okay, I mean, we do 7, 8, 11, 13, but Maran says 7, 9, which is also, I mean, okay, 7, 9, 11. ונהגו לעשות בסוף כל חוט קשר, כדי שיעמוד בשזירתו. The reason why we do knots is because we wanted to stay there permanently, to be in its form. But what's going on here? How many you have strings? How many coils you have on your tzitzit?
39.
39. According to Maran, we're supposed to have 40. Okay, where did it change? Mistama, there's a lot of reasons for it. It's not for now. Mishnah Brura, we do now because we want to do when we do Hazara, we're going to do Mishnah Brura. Okay, anyway, ט"ו, יש אומרים שצריך לדקדק שיתלה הציציות לאורך הטלית. Right? יש אומרים שצריך לדקדק שיתלה הציציות לאורך הטלית, דבעינן שתהיה נוטפת על הקרן. ואם היה ברחבו לא היה נוטף, שהרי כלפי קרקע היה תלוי. יש אומרים שאין לתת שום בגד בנקבי הטלית, שמכניסים בה הציציות, ויש מתירים וכן נהגו. So over here now discussing over here that once you install the tzitzit, the talit is kasher. Do you have an obligation for them to hang?
To put it where?
They should be hanging? Or I saw some people make a pocket for laundering. Right? They make a pocket for laundry, they put it inside, and then they could do laundry, it doesn't get stuck. I see that people. But you're not allowed to wear it like that.
To wear it inside the...
Yeah.
But you can do that.
No, that's the problem. It has to be loose. Even though we Sfardim no heck to what's his name, put it inside the pants.
What I'm saying is...
But it has to be hanging down.
So you can tuck it to wash it, and then once you are done washing it, you can take it out.
Yeah, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. But he says, I want to wear it like this. No. He says they have to be hanging, and you cannot put it in the pocket. for preservation, right? This
Yeah,
thing
no,
is
it makes
ripped.
sense. It makes
It
sense.
makes sense a lot. You want to preserve it. It costs money. Today it's $20 something just strings.
That's the spring.
While
Right.
you're watching it, but you have to remember to take it out.
No, by watching we have a
a
different rules. So watching they have today like a screen you buy, like a bag that with holes. You put it inside there, and you.
I have no such a luck with that thing.
Yeah?
It doesn't really matter what I do. It always comes out a mess.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem, I have
The best thing with the talit, to take it to dry clean, won't
What the-
change the color. When you wash it, it changes the color.
No, we're talking about Talit Katan.
I'm
Talit
talking
Katan.
We're talking about Talit Katan, but
Okay.
so you know the famous,
Talit Katan
you know
is
the
no
famous
problem.
joke. You know the famous joke.
Yeah.
The guy brought in Talit Gadol to the Chinese people. He gave them to do the dry cleaning, right? And then he comes back and he sees all the strings are loose. The Chinese guy says, "I make it very nice for you." He take everything off. It was too much. It was tangled. It was all tangled. It was all tangled. Your clothes. I make it nice for you. Took everything off. The guy was a little bit upset. I said, "You should be happy he didn't put it together." Imagine this Chinese guy puts it together, and now
And he doesn't-
every bracha is bracha levatala. You know, it's a big problem. So be happy that he didn't put it together. Siman Yud Bet, a few more minutes. Yitzchak, a few more minutes. Well, let's go.
Okay, hold on.
Yud Bet. Are you there? Are you on the page?
I'm top of the page, yes.
Yud Bet, Devarim HaPoslim B'tzitzit. What makes it disqualified from usage? Ubo Gimel Seifim. We have 3 halachot there. The following. אם נפסקו כל חוטי הכנף, ונשתער בהם כדי עניבת כל החוטים הפסולים, ביחד כשר. So what happened was, you have like this, right? You have the corner, right? And there's a nuts over here. So many people want to know, how do you make sure that the string on this side is actually the string on the other side? Meaning the talit, right? You have talit. We put in 4 here and 4 here. So now it makes it 4. That means one string becomes into 2. So you have 4 strings become 4. But there's a problem. When you start knotting it, what guarantees you that when you go all the way through, that you're not going to have on this side actually 2 that belong to 1? You understand the question? Mm-hmm. What guarantees you? So we have a rule, right? Let's see. So the rule is, I don't know if he's going to mention it now, but it's good to throw it out now, is that before you start making knots, on one side, before you make the first knot, you tie the 4 together. You tie 4 together, so when you coil, when you roll around, you're not going to get mixed up. You're not going to mix up. It will not interchange. It's not going to end up 2 on one side. It's the same one on this side. It's going to be one on one side, the other one on the other side, and it's always going to be partners. And very important in the partnership for this, in order to stay kosher. What's the importance here? So the rabbi says, if you חוטי הכנף ונשתער בהם כדי עניבת כל החוטים הפסולים, ביחד כשר. What happened was, your talit got stuck in a chair, and now you have this piece whole cut off. Now all this 4, all of them is cut off, right? On this side, on one side. So the rabbi says, as long as on this one you have 8 finger breadths, right? This is the finger breadth.
Okay.
On this you have 8 finger breadths.
Still kosher.
Since you have a guarantee in your mind that they're all part of the same thing, you're not imagine it's kiyachol. This 4 stretch out to the other side, and now you have 4 and 4 equal, more than 4 megudolim on each side. Now it's kasher. Hear what says the rabbi? ואם לא נשאר כדי עניבה, פירוש ורכסו את החושן תרגום ונון, right? אפילו בחוט אחד, שנפסק כולו פסול. So what happened was, so now what happened, this whole thing is gone, and one of this side is also gone.
No good.
That's treif. That's pasul. It's not good anymore. Or even this side has 7 finger. 7 finger breadth also no good. It has to be 8 because we need 4 on each side. Okay? Let's see quickly here. Where are we holding? Shema nifsak chut echad. So he explains why. Because מה שאנו נוהגים לדקדק בעת עשייה לציצית, לתת סימן ב4 ראשים. Oh, that's what the rabbi beautifully brings it in. That we have that custom that we tie the top 4 knots before we start doing all the procedures we discussed. עולם 4 ראשים הם מצד אחד של הקשר ו4 ראשים מצד האחר. אם נפסקו 2 ראשים, as we just know, I described, you see that's my problem, I should be quiet and just read. בוודאי 2 תחותים מהם. So he explains what we just said all out loud, and בעזרת השם we're going to stop here by סעיף ב'. Okay?
זה
הצלחה רבה.